Only a pair of Faun Ultra.
Those sneakers.
Only Faun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine? These once respect a small...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Then look at them again. These are the...
These once a small...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. These of...
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. Well, but see, if on...
Damn. So you have to buy... There's a pint...
You like sunglasses of...
Abort.
Damn, officer.
It's going to be...
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine.
Those UV...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design. Oh, very...
This is how a seam... Alright.
Wow, officer. And they can be yours for a mere... What?
A pity. Those actually weren't half bad.
G'day to you.
A burly man hangs out by the water.
My friend Barry the Butcher.
From the corner of your eye.
Very good stuff. I wasn't here to witness it, but too bad it also takes a year and a day. Well, there's the fishing village. Yeah, not really much else. Sure thing.
It is salty. It is safe.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Old call box with a matrix of push buttons, lists. No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotion. There he still is, looking right through you with
Active decay.
He's about to blow!
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Heavy workers, isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Heavy workers' boots would, isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
The unpromising race pupil returns. Racist.
Welcome to He must
I am not.
The drawings are precise and look true.
That atavistic stick.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Right to work! Right to work! Sure. Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it... Right to work!
We are not pity.
When a bunch of beats me.
There's something odd in his shirt. He ignored silence. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something
What's it to you? Big mess.
every once in a while. It's like you
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at Territorial. Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Hello, you're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chisel. I'm Lena. Yes,
apparently
nothing. I was a you'd think it. No, dear. Nothing. So I was a train. You'd think it. I was lucky. That's quite all right. I'm used to people. Yes.
apparently
No, dear. I'm not nothing. So I was a you'd think it. I was lucky. No problem. Yes. Oh my. That's right. Yes. Yes. How would I even? I haven't seen very many. Speaking of history, that's right.
her relief is palpable,
I can tell that this. Oh, sweet. Revachol is his own.
but they still have cops.
Oh, dear. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You didn't do.
A sigh.
But maybe a defeat. It has something to do with everything. Someone more.
No.
Of course. Then I.
That's a good point. This
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers?
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. Thank you, but perhaps another time. Of course, dear.
Hey, psst, psst. Hey, you. Yes, you. Word on the street is, yes, you're ready to start building communism. So, what you keep saying things like, that funky style, very failure. It's about, yes, at you alone, against every living you. Now get to work, comrade. Oh yeah, get the too late to... A thin man is smoking below. As you step in, he nods toward the table. Okay, it's definitely... The man puts his cup down and replies something. He smiles and bangs his ladle. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds. He smiles. It's almost like... You see, the cobalt blues, old cobalt paint. It leads to a side building. The door does not.
You do? It's a door. It is quite pretty. Hardly.
The cobalt blue, old cobalt. It leads to a side building. Adjacent. The door is closed. There is no... You hear the shower. This door can only be opened. The fan stands still. The lights are on. The switch must be broken. A mirror hangs on the wall. Covered. Really? Really? Kim also tries not. The man is finding it hard. We're unidentifiable sludge. He nods.
I can see that.
The theme on that pinball, clinging to a picture book version of the past century. It comes free. The sentiment. a small mountain,
Wonderful book. Proud. Don't be so. For playing with friends, I've lousy. I've heard they turn people into.
and there's also books in a board game. There's a box. That price is steep. But then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting supplement. So it makes sense. The display rack is brimming with rows and maybe 100. Not even close.
Oh, blood and violence. At last, if you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your hand between the throne and the hip, especially those its symbol. The display rack before you is burdened under part. The plaque on the shelf.
I would say the book is also very perhaps.
Do her words.
Certainly.
You feel like you should get this one. Browse suddenly. High-speed love. Next to that.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to rush you.
Browsing suddenly. High-speed. Next to that.
I'm sorry. I did not.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens. Only a hollowed-out dark. This coin.
There was a revitalization. They got as far as the street lamps and the stitch. That's odd. I could swear you were a police. There was a. They got as far as this. That's odd. I could swear you were a police officer.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. The curtains on the display open. The lenses shift. It looks as if it was abandoned.
Really? I don't have. Really?
A sturdy metal door guards. This could be a way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability.
I know my rights, and don't you?
But the sweeping on the other.
Miss, would it help if we offer to?
Ah, it's like a character.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your. Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I already told you I don't care about any badges. I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways. If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs, right? It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her...
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking it.
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny about that?
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, policeman. The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can. She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can. The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She leaves an old lady.
She mumbles some kind of... You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally a poor communard, from the looks of it. The room.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have...
Let's go. We don't have...
It's generally easy. This door has been closed with a padlock. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you need to cut, Detective. Perhaps you should give it another go.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be...
After you, Detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts Emil Razmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian.
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fit. Whoever lives here definitely shares your... There aren't many communists around.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady...
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answered.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? The smoker on the balcony.
Don't worry. It's...
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment...
Damn. turns. Remember, tomorrow. Just an ordinary war.
Hello again, officers.
Can't you tell? I haven't really started it. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? We rarely see pigs. This place, I thought I'd mix it up. Yeah?
She means the opposite. The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which the woman on the boat does not notice.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an on a first name basis. Have you got a crush on her?
The maps look old and this large ozone. In the northeast, a dust mite stands. You can. 800 of the ocean breaks connections to other worlds. You have little idea. Perhaps they are gods. It's not real. Still, it's detailed.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map, that old thing, from when some design...
The place doesn't...
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Always good to be informed.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you. The dented yellow mailbox. There is a hollow. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Cool. You really...
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the...
I don't. Let's go.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. Yes. No. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country. Execute your supreme... Commies, communists, socialists. Fine. What do you want now, then? Sadly, no. It was the foreigners. Should have fought dirty.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften... Yes. The millet Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during up... This here is Blood Ground.
Blood Ground. You got old René going...
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but... damn right, son. The rest of the...
Well...
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances of...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. I would, instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped out. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It had nothing to do with anything. Damn Fricelle. He was a king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed.
He slouches as he says that.
A true king in both blood and mind. Let Rev.
Some manner of self-deceit is present.
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our... Ah, yes! King Philip III.
Oh, absolutely.
Cocaine. Cocainum. Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine.
A superpower. Feared and decisively. Without fear of offending the sense of a nation is own.
Don't get started on
The Carabinier doesn't reply.
Oh, old Philip was a...
You can't give... That's why if it...
I'm satisfied.
Of course.
Philip III.
He's just making excuses for the...
Please.
Yes, indeed. We're not here.
Right.
Advanced race theory.
Promising race pupil returns. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to come. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Of course you are, Revacholian man. The failure of communism to challenge the... Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music? Rock and roll is moribund. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the South Island race. Haplogroup, we are the future. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulembuir are with me. No. I have heard about it on the radio. I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That is understandable. The previous racist was
These cops are just jealous, Jean-Luc.
There is nothing funky. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss. And... Look, babe.
So unadvanced.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. Basic racist. I take pity on you. You very well. You may enter the door once.
Finally. Let's go.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. Calling. Calling. Still calling.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
The call is terminated by the other party. On second glance, someone has forgotten to
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside, hundreds of documents containing logistical data and the same materials being handed over to companies. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are hundreds of documents containing logistical data and the same materials being handed over. You already went through all of these. Look how blurry all the lines. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there? Good. This is probably not relevant.
The drawer. The payphone hangs mutely on. Before you is a walrus of a man. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair. Yet,
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to... I'm Everard Clare, head of the Dubois. I'd offer you my hand.
he looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead.
Forget about that.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see... So tell me, how can the head of the Dubois...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good.
Yes, I know, Lawrence. He's a real character.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. When he said, "Don't worry."
I know everything, Harry. Right now, it's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.